Hi everyone, this is another video I'm doing for you guys. This is about taking this battery, this pack, and turn it to a 12-volt batteries. So this is 36 volt. What I'm going to do, I'm taking one, I'm going to cut this thing as this, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to cut it right here and do the same thing, cut it right there. So this is the two side, I'm going to cut it. So in the way to do this, I have to disassemble the battery halfway and to make it like this. This is what I got. Okay, this is the side that I have. I disassemble it. Then I have three pieces, a three-piece like this. Okay, I got 3 pieces. I have another one there. Like I said to you guys, I have 3 of them. I have another one somewhere there. So I'm gonna take this one and cut it in 3 pieces. And one of the pieces is gonna come like this. Then what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna glue it there. I'm gonna glue it there, and I'm gonna glue it there, and merge them together. They make me 48 volt. On my previous video, I showed you guys how to do that before, but this is a bonus video I'm doing right now because I've done this before. I'm gonna show you guys how to disassemble the whole battery and cut it into pieces, and we do it again. So hopefully you guys learn better than this one. And I have a little bit more experience with the battery. This is fully charged. Remember, this is fully charged. Those were dead. When I was doing it, it was dead. So I'm going to take an example as a fully charged battery and show you guys how to do this. Now, first thing, you got to clear the table. First thing I have here, there's a hole here. There's a screw there, a screw there. And I believe there's a couple, there's a one here, one there, one here, one there, and then one here, one there. So we gotta try to get them out of there. The way to do that, you take a screwdriver, you're trying to punch it in. Let me show you how to do this. I gotta use one hand for this, 2 hands. Okay, I have these little tools there. If I want to remove the whole thing, I can cut this thing, the whole thing will come off. I can cut it right here. This is pretty good, this is pretty nice. I can cut it right there, and this plate will come off. But being the fact I'm going to reuse this battery, so I have to cut it in a way that this still attached. Because if I cut those two, the batteries no longer tied together. They become single instead of 4 in parallel. The same thing here. So I have to find a way to dig a hole there, and let me do this thing live because I was fighting with it off camera. Okay, and there's a hole. Trying to do the same thing again. And place it in there. Now we're good. Now those four holes created. Okay, it's created. What I have to do with my teeth. And I've seen some of this battery has a Phillips head. I don't know if you can see this. Yeah, Phillips heads. I don't know why, but some of them does have it. So here I am. I'm gonna go in there and unscrew this. Let me do one on camera. I don't know if you can see it. I need the light. Well, let me try to see if I can see one on the hole. Yep, there's a bite. There's a bite there. You can feel there's a bite. This is done. If I flip this, it will come up. There we go. It's done. Now I got 6 more to do. I think I got 7 more to do. Now I finished on screw all of them. Now I have to do flip it over. Some of them will come off, some of them will. Okay. With a couple more still sitting there. Now I have. It's supposed to have 8 of them. This is 4, 5. Now I have. I think I can see it. We have 1 in here, and the other 2 is inside here. The other 2 is inside there. I have to find a way to get them out. Okay. Now I remove every single one of them. The bidding nice. We can lift this thing up. That's not possible. This is still tied up. This still tied up to the battery. That's what make the body together, bond them. That's why they want to cut it. I do have another video. I do have another one that I cut. Oh, let me show it to you. Now, this one is cut. I believe it was coming from that side. This one is cut. That's where the body was tied together. So, with this, I was able to do this, to remove the battery completely. To move the top. The issue is this battery is dead, so I have to try to fix this battery. There they are. See, those batteries not tied together. That's why you gotta keep. That's why you gotta keep this thing on. Okay, so let me put it back. Some of the batteries, I think most of them is dead. They came like that. They come 0 voltage, so I had to try this spark. Let's see the voltage. Okay. The reason I'm doing this for you guys to understand this is heavy duty batteries, so they don't play. Okay. Voltage is 4. The whole pack. This is supposed to be 12 volt batteries. It's 4. Okay. So it's the reason this is bad because each one of them they're separate. So this is why they give you different number. So this one give you okay. This give you 2. The other one give you 4. The other one give you 2. The other one give you 5. That's combined together. So some of them is 0. Okay. Now let's flip the batteries inside. So this thing is no longer attached to the battery except those tabs. Oh, those tabs. Those tabs hold the battery in place. So now take a flat screwdriver and you're gonna push them. And push them on the side. Okay. Sometimes they go down too. Let's push them down. Okay. Now you gotta do all of them since there's about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. I'm gonna go ahead and do all of them and lift it up for you guys. Always wear your glove because I almost get cut. So I always tell people wear their gloves. So now what I'm doing, I'm trying to lift this thing off. The whole thing gonna come out. This is gonna be beautiful. I love this battery. It's pretty cute. Okay. You can see it's coming up. That's it. Look how pretty this thing is. Okay. This is very nice. Now, you gotta be careful. This is fully charged. Let me show you guys this. This is plastic. I can put it on top. Okay. You guys can see this. I believe on this side and that side, those two sides give you 39.6. Usually 39.6, 39.7. That's what it is. All of them, every single one of them, except the one I have is 12. It's a 0 volt. Now, to get 12-volt batteries, you got to cut this right here. Okay, this is already cut on this side, so you got to cut it on the bottom. You got to cut it here on the bottom. That gives you 1, 2. That's for 12 volt. 1, 2 for 12 volt. 1, 2 for 12 volt. So now I want to take this part and cut it. So this thing's already cut because it's not attached together. So I got to go on the black side. Okay. There's no thing on the floor. Everything is fine. No spark. Now the way to do this, I still have the tabs on this side to take them off. Okay, so basically I gotta push the battery out. I gotta take the tab, push the tab out, so I can pull the battery out and cut it. So once I cut it, then I can cut the plastic by itself. For the time being, I'm gonna push those tabs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just a little push, is not that much. So now I'm gonna try to lift it up and push it down. See, you come down. There they are. There they are. Wear your glove because this thing can cut you. Yeah, I'm wearing one glove, so it's no big deal. Okay. Now this thing come out. There's no special way to cut it. You just go in the middle there and cut it. I have to push it. Let's go cut it. There we go. Let's cut it in the middle. Okay, so this part is done. Trying to put this thing back together. Then I can cut this one too. I'm missing one more. Now the battery is fully charged. I'm having a problem to remove this, but this part's already gone. So I'm just gonna cut this and I'll be done with it. Once till 12 volt. So let me cut this. Okay. I'm just gonna cut it all the way too. Okay. 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 And this is the last part. Okay. Now this is 12 volt battery. I gotta push it back make it become flat. Okay. This is 12 volt. How do I know that? I got to flip it on the other side. This way. And then you check it. You check the voltage. This is the first 12 volt. Okay, this is the first 12 volt. $13 volt. This is my first pack. 12 volt. So I gotta cut this. I'm gonna cut it this way. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna cut it this way. Oh, I did this one. What kind of scissors is this? There we go. I gotta return this thing. This thing is not working properly. Okay, so now I put this thing right here. Put it back. That's it. This is my 12 volt battery. Okay, this is the 12 volt battery. Now I need to do the rest. I need to cut the rest of them the same way. Well, as you can tell, I'm done with cutting the thing into pieces. Let me show you on this battery first. This is how battery used to be. Okay, this is how battery used to be. So what I decided to do, I cut this thing into pieces. I'll cut it here, there. So the way you do 1, 2, 3, 4, then cut it anywhere in there. Sometimes you got to cut in the middle there, and then you go 1, 2, 3, 4, and you do somewhere there. You cut it. Sometimes you got to cut it inside. So what I have in here, this is where I cut it, because you can never. I don't have the proper tools to cut it straight up there. It will be perfect. I can show it straight. Okay, I'm going to show you why you can cut it straight in there. Okay, so now I have 2 of them. So you remember, you got to take, you take 4 of those batteries. You take 4 of those batteries. Now you can take 1, you can take 2. If you take 2, you're going to have 2 pieces left. So let me explain. You take this battery, you got 3 sets of those batteries. Or the right way to do is 4 sets of the battery to do 48 volt. 4 sets of this. Okay, you got 4 sets. This is 1. Okay. Now you cut one of them in 3 pieces. Let me show you. This is cut. This is cut. This is cut. If you count, this is a 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 12 volt. Let me do the voltage for you guys to see. Those are good batteries. Those are very good batteries. Can you see? Okay. Those are very good batteries. In my previous video, I did that before the battery wasn't that great. I got 13 volt. No matter where all the batteries connected, all disconnected, those are parallel. Those are parallel. Now to guide to put them together, let me show you the other side, because they were a total of 46, 39. I cut them in 2 pieces. Now you have 13. If you go on the other one also, and this one, you will have 13 also, which is 39. Okay. 13. So those are pretty good battery. In my previous video, the battery wasn't great, so the numbers were different. When I charged them, it wasn't a problem. So now I'm going to take the other 2 on the side. So if I the other 2 on the side, those 2. Now I want to show you something. So I'm gonna glue this battery with this one here. Okay, so what I use now, I'm trying Gorilla Glue. Why? Because I use this thing on my little plane. It's really glued so well, it's hard to take it apart. Very hard to take it apart once you glue it. This is a leftover I have in here. So I decide to put some glues on the back. I don't know if you can see that there's some glue there. I put some glue there, and hopefully it's gonna glue it properly. Okay. So I let it sit there for a while, I think 20 minutes, and then glue them together. So I take the two sides there and then merge them. They're heavy, so there is flush. You can tell it's flush. Let it sit there. Now, after a while, this thing gonna glue. You can tell. You touch each other, it should be fine. So you can use a different type of glue if you like. I like this because this thing it really does the work. I don't have any affiliation with Gorilla Glue, but Gorilla Glue is good. I tried on my plane, it works perfectly. So now I have this glue there. I glue them, and hopefully this thing glued. Now the next step is to. It would be nice that I can doing. Oh, if you look at those two, the form of those two, they're different. You inside this way. If you look at this thing, if you look at this is positive. I've been dealing with this battery. I know which one is positive. This is positive. This is negative. So the next one, you're gonna put them in series. This is gonna glue together. They gotta merge them together. You gotta spot. The best way to spot and to use this to spot welding them. I don't have any spot welder here, so I'm gonna use this thing to put them together. So I'm gonna do 3 of them, so glue all of them, and I'm gonna solder them. That's what I'm gonna do. This is not the best thing I want to do, but I prefer to spot welding them, but I can't spot welding them because I don't have a spot welder. I used to have one. I ship it to my home country, so that's what you have. And all I need is 10 amp from this battery. So that's why I'm gonna have a 10 gauge wire to do the job for me, to do the thing for me. Right now, my next step is to soldering iron those two things. It's not on top of the battery. It doesn't heat up the battery. It heats the frame. You can heat up this frame as much as you want. It will be good. Okay. Now I have this strip, this iron strip there. So what I decided to do, I cut it in the middle. I'm going to use this to glue this thing in here. It doesn't matter how you glue it, as long as it's glued. So I want to merge this thing. This is not bad. I'm going to do it like that. Okay, that's what I'm going to do. Do it like this. Now to separate this, it's going to be tough. So I'm going to merge this thing like this. And take 2 pieces. That's not bad at all. Now this is what I'm going to use to merge them. That should be fine. Okay. Once I merge them, then I'm going to put the positive. This is the negative and this is the positive. Now if I take the way it is right now, they should have connection. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to test this thing. You see it's not glued. See if I got the voltage. So let's see if you can get the voltage. I can only use one hand. So you can read it, give me 52.9. That's the voltage I have. Okay. So if I turn the camera this way, you're gonna see my hand. You only see one ball. You see I have this one here and that one. Got 52.9, 52.9, which is what I'm looking forward to do. So this is what it looked like. Okay, this is not solid yet. Okay, it's not. Let me remind you guys, this is the positive. The positive always look like this. See, it's turning that way. It's turning, this head turning to the left. The negatives always turning that way. You see how it look like? This is the positive. So negative, positive, that's merged. Now you got the serial voltage in there. So this is positive, this will be negative. Now, I just soldered. I use this. This is not that great. This is not that great. I use it. It's taking me a hard time to do it because my soldering iron is not good. There's another one which is very heat up really good, but my soldering iron is not good. So right now I have 48 volt batteries. Now I have to do the negative part and the positive part, so I'm good to go. Well, the 48 volt battery was set. We had a problem with this when I was advised to spot welder them. So I have 2 more of those batteries to do. I don't have a spot welder here, but I believe I may have some more videos on those batteries from my home country in Haiti. So therefore I will show you guys, because I have a spot welder there. This is the bonus battery. This is the positive section 1, and this is the negative 1. And this will be, if I check both of them, they give you 53 volt. I'm at 53 volt. So 53. Oh, this is the positive one. So 52.9. There we go. So that's the battery. That's the 48 volt battery that I have. That's the 48 volt battery that I have. Yeah, I think this is 10 gauge. This is 10 gauge. So I have 3 more of these. I have 2 more of these. I will be testing them in a few days. All 3 of them together to see how long I have I did some tests before. I have an inverter to use, 48 volt. Hopefully I get this thing done. And you guys will enjoy it. So please subscribe, share, and all comment. And I will have some more videos for you guys on these batteries.